Hi and welcome to Space Recapped. Today we are going to rank the top 10 sci-fi films that are currently streaming on Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, and HBO Max. We can all say that sci-fi is our favorite genre, because it takes us to places beyond our wildest imagination. So watch the entire video, as we present some of the best movies you need to see right now. If you enjoy science fiction, you must watch these 10 sci-fi films because they are among the best in the genre. Number 1. I.O. is a 2019 American science fiction film directed by Jonathan. As a young scientist searches for a way to save a dying Earth, she finds a connection with a man who's racing to catch the last shuttle off the planet. Sam, Margaret Qualley, one of the keep-going survivors on a post-destructive Earth, is a youthful researcher devoted to tracking down a way for people to adjust and make do, instead of leave their reality. Yet, with the last transport planned to leave the planet for a far-off state, her assurance to remain is shaken by the appearance of another survivor, Micah Anthony Mackie. She should choose whether to travel with him to join the remainder of mankind and start life once more, or remain to battle for Earth's endurance. Number 2. Mother and Android is a 2021 American post-apocalyptic science fiction thriller film, written and directed by Mattson Tomlin. The story begins, in a post-apocalyptic world rocked by a violent android uprising. A young pregnant woman and her boyfriend desperately search for safety. Georgia and her sweetheart Sam go on a misleading excursion to get away from their country, which is trapped in a surprising conflict with computerized reasoning. Days from the appearance of their most memorable kid, the couple should confront a dead zone, a fortress of the android uprising, in order to arrive at security. The movie was released on December 17, 2021 by Hulu. Number 3. Outside the Wire is a 2021 American science fiction action film directed by Michael Hafstrom. The story starts, in the near future, a drone pilot sent into a war zone finds himself paired with a top-secret android officer on a mission to stop a nuclear attack. At the point when shamed drone pilot, Lieutenant Harp Damson Idris, is sent into a destructive hostile region in the wake of ignoring orders, he ends up working for Captain Leo Anthony Mackie, an android official entrusted with finding an Armageddon gadget before extremists do. The film was released by Netflix on January 15, 2021, and received mixed reviews from critics. Starts watching this movie if you didn't watch before. It is binge-worthy and mind-blowing fiction. Number 4. The Midnight Sky is a 2020 American science fiction film directed by George Clooney. The story follows Augustine, a lonely scientist in the Arctic, as he races to stop Sully and her fellow astronauts from returning home to a mysterious global catastrophe. A researcher is working alone at a far-off cold examination station when he learns of a baffling worldwide debacle. Simultaneously, he meets a bizarre young lady in the icy, with whom he should stop the revisitation of Earth of the team of the spaceship. I will prefer you to watch this movie. You will never regret to watch this apocalyptic movie. Number 5. Love and Monsters is a 2020 American monster adventure film directed by Michael Matthews, with Sean Levy and Dan Cohen. 7 years after he survived the monster apocalypse, lovably hapless Joel leaves his cozy underground bunker behind on a quest to reunite with his ex. 7 years after the monster apocalypse, Joel Dawson, Dylan O'Brien, alongside the remainder of humankind, has been living underground since Goliath animals assumed command over the land. In the wake of reconnecting over radio with his secondary school sweetheart Amy, Jessica Henwick, who is currently 80 miles away at a beachfront settlement, Joel starts to succumb to her once more. As Joel understands that all in all nothing remains for him underground, he rules to everyone's surprise to branch out to Amy, regardless of the relative multitude of perilous beasts that substitute his direction. The exciting and activity-pressed experience additionally stars Michael Rooker and Ariana Greenblatt. If you love movies monsters, definitely you must watch this, is a bingo-worthy. Number 6. Cowboy Bebop is a 2021 American science fiction television series. The story begins, a ragtag crew of bounty hunters chases down the galaxy's most dangerous criminals. They'll save the world, for the right price. The space western story follows Spike Spiegel and his cloth-label group of abundance trackers, or ranchers, as they attempt to catch the system's most exceedingly terrible lawbreakers and endure the surprising risks they experience all through space, now and again saving the world simultaneously, however continuously leaving millions in penalties. If you love anime series, definitely you must watch this. Number 7, In the Shadow of the Moon, is a 2019 American science fiction thriller film directed by Jim Mickle and written by Gregory Weidman and Jeff Talk. The story follows as a Philadelphia police officer struggles with a lifelong obsession to track down a mysterious serial killer whose crimes defy explanation. In 1988, Philadelphia cop Thomas Lockhart, Boyd Holbrook, hungry to turn into an analyst, starts following a chronic executioner who bafflingly restores like clockwork. However, when the executioner's violations start to oppose all logical clarification, Locke's fixation on finding reality takes steps to obliterate his vocation, his family, and perhaps his mental soundness. If you love crime movies, you must watch this also. Number 8, I Am Mother, is a 2019 Australian science fiction thriller film directed by Grant Sputor. The story starts, directly following humankind's elimination, a teen young lady is raised by a robot intended to repopulate the Earth. However, their extraordinary bond is compromised when a peculiar outsider shows up with disturbing news. If you love robot or alien movies, you must watch this, it's definitely worth watching. Number 9, Space Sweepers, is a 2021 South Korean space western film directed by Jo Sung-hee. The story begins, set in the year 2092 and follows the group of a space garbage gatherer transport called the Triumph. At the point when they find a humanoid robot named Dorothy that is known to be a weapon of mass obliteration, they engage in an unsafe arrangement. In the year 2092, space is loaded with risky drifting trash like disposed of satellites and abandoned spaceships. The team of the Triumph goes through space searching for the trash they can bring in cash off, while likewise contending with garbage authority ships from different nations and utilizing the quickness of their specialty to overcome their adversaries. If you love space movies, definitely you must watch this. Number 10, Spiderhead, is a 2022 American science fiction psychological thriller film directed by Joseph Kosinski. The story follows, this is set soon, whenever convicts are offered the opportunity to chip in as clinical subjects in order to abbreviate their sentences. At the point when one detainee gets himself the test patient for another drug equipped for producing sensations of affection, he starts scrutinizing the truth of his feelings and decides to find reality. And that's all the list of sci-fi movies that I have picked for you. If you love more contents like this, please like this video and consider subscribing to get more videos for the future. So, see you again in the next video.